Well, hi everyone. It's me, Christa Clark, and I'm so happy to be with you today. I'm going to be joined with my dear friends, Maitreya Champaka of Spirit Weaver Gal, as well as my friend and mom, Johanna Lee Larson. Quicker, I don't know about you, but I've sure been experiencing a quicker manifestation lately. Hi, just saying welcome. Hi, hello, Johanna. Hi, mom. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fantastic. How about yourself?
Very good, thank you. Yeah, we'll just give another moment here for Maitreya to join. And I was just mentioning how we're going to be talking about manifestation and things kind of coming into alignment a little bit quicker. It seems like there is a definite quickening of kind of desiring something and seeing it coming quicker. So I thought it would be fun to touch on that today. So have you experienced, or what are some experiences, because I know that you've certainly experienced things in your life that seems kind of like almost like an instant manifestation or aligned energy. You make a choice and then all these things like kind of supported by the universe. And can you just think of examples where you've called things into your reality?
Um, well, one of the things that I was amazed at was on our travels to come to Mexico, how every single thing came into a line. It's like when I made that choice, it was aligned by the universe, that it was a yes all the way. And everything fell into place. Like it was during COVID, so I wasn't even working, so there wasn't a lot of money coming in. I couldn't even imagine how in the world we were going to make it happen.
Hi, Maitreya. Thanks for joining us. We're just talking about manifestation, so we'll just keep going forward, and then we'll get to you on it in just a moment. So go ahead, Johanna. So
Um,
when you came to Mexico.
so when we were getting ready to go to Mexico, it's like I was actually like receiving instructions, and it was like I didn't even know how it was going to happen, but it just didn't really seem to matter. It just seemed like everything came in from money. People were just like almost like throwing money at me, like at my feet. And I had always wanted that to happen. So it was kind of exciting when I started getting checks in the mail. And I was thinking, how in the world am I going to make money? And then the phone would ring and somebody would say, hey, can you do a mural for me? And I was, and then other things, hey, can you help me with doing this task? And and then everything like would fall into place. Like all of our bills were paid, all our cars were sold, our things, like I had someone that wanted to stay in our house. Our older daughter uh, needed a place to stay, and so she's been taking care of our house ever since we've been gone. So everything just kind of was instantly like, like not instant like this second, but everything just started to flow. It was like a river flowing in the right direction. There was no log jams, and if there was, they just kind of moved out of the way. So that was just like a thrilling experience of the universe saying, yes, we absolutely want you to go to Mexico.
And did you kind of see that similar alignment when you signed up for that course, the art course that you took last year? And how did that kind of manifest with, when you kind of said yes to yourself, how did that open doors?
Um, well, a year ago for my birthday, this course came up, and at first I just felt like, oh wow, I can't do that. Like that's I'm gonna have to spend this much money. And then the course was offered for even less, and so then I went, wow, that's still a really great price, but I how can I do this? And so then it was offered for even a better price, which is hard to believe. But I finally I asked for my birthday, like I just wanted that gift for myself to be mentored. I've always wanted to have a mentor, and I really felt like I could use a mentor to help me with the foundation of an art business. And when I said yes to that, first of all, it's the very first course I ever started and completed. And because I felt so strongly yes every single day. And like through it, the yes just kept getting bigger. Like saying yes to consistently showing up for myself, saying yes to consistently doing the assignments, to saying yes to consistently expanding. And it was all with joy. It was all like, it wasn't hard. It was like, oh, look at, I'm saying yes. And everything just kind of came to me. And now I'm saying yes a lot more.
That's awesome. I think that's part of the key to this manifestation is being open and unattached and showing up. And good to see you today, Maitreya, sending hugs from Oaxaca to Puerto. And we were just discussing kind of like that instant manifestation. I know there's been kind of a shift in terms of like the lag between desiring something and it manifesting. Have you experienced any kind of what seem to be kind of instant manifestations, or you make a choice and then all the energy aligns behind it to support you? Have you had that in your life?
Yeah, I have more so than I have maybe acknowledged. One of the examples I can give is how I just decided to start writing a book, and then I decided I was going to get it published, and went on to a particular app that has books online, and uploaded my book, and they gave me a contract. Like, that was
Oh,
it. I got the contract. And so that was really pretty quick manifestation, like within, I mean, it took them a couple of weeks, but I mean, I knew I was going to get the contract. I felt it. And so that was really exciting. And then most recently, when I went to move, I had, several people offer to help me. I didn't even have to ask. I only asked one person. And he ended up bringing a friend who I didn't even know. And so we had like 6 people, including myself, moving me. And we packed up my old place and moved to my new place and unpacked in an hour. Like, I was like, even they were like shocked at like how quickly it went. It was just so smooth. And I really felt how the universe had my back, because a lot of the boxes were just too heavy for me to carry. And then there were strong people, like, were carrying the boxes, and it was a very graceful and easy move for me. So I felt very blessed. So those are a couple of recent examples that have happened over the last few weeks. Yeah.
Well, that's so awesome. And the place itself, I mean, you would put it out to the universe that you wanted something a little bit more quiet and, a little further away from the highway. And then it happened to be that they had one spot open and there wasn't a lot of people there, right? I mean, it just
Yeah.
aligned really well for you.
Yeah. It all aligned. I only looked at this one place. I looked at this one place. I wasn't looking for it. I saw it in a WhatsApp group, and I thought, okay, I'll go check it out. And I looked at it and I was like, yes. And everything flowed for that as well. So yeah, I think we have greater capacity to manifest than we give ourselves credit for. And it's really important to acknowledge that we have that power to manifest. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to manifest as well. So the more that we acknowledge it, the more that we give thanks for it, the more that we'll be able to manifest, I believe, in our lives.
I think so too. I notice like when you when you take note or you acknowledge and you of the things that have happened, you don't realize like, well, geez, there was this time. And, like I started making a list and it just kept going on. I thought, wow, there's so many things that you don't really take into consideration. And I had one recently. It's a simple thing, boots. But I go teach yoga in San Jose Pacifico in the mountains here. And it's going to be rainy season. And so if it rains there, you can quite literally ruin your shoes, or, I ruined my pair of tennis shoes last year. And so you need like boots, or something to protect your feet. And so it's been on my heart. I put it out there. And last weekend, going to meet my mom, we were going to go do yoga class. And then afterwards, she's like, well, do you want to go downtown and maybe look at a journal? And I thought, well, I don't know. We'll see. Let's go with the flow. And so then I go a different way in case we do go, so that I can walk less. And then on that different way that I normally go, I noticed there's a bazaar, kind of like a yard sale, if you will, of different things for sale. And they're going to have it there today. And it's one that we've gone to in the past, and we know we really like it. They have good stuff. And so I thought, oh, well, we can minimally go there and then go from there and see how we feel. And so after class, we go to the bazaar and look around. It wasn't a lot because it was Sunday, so it's been open since Thursday. It's kind of like picked over. But there was a pair of UGG boots, which were they were like perfect, for what I needed. And I was like, oh geez, how much are they? 200 pesos. I sent a picture to my sister, and they're normally $500 boots, and I got them for $10. It was crazy. And they happened to be my size, barely worn, absolutely, really cute. It'll look really cute with my yoga pants. I'm really excited about it. And so sometimes like the manifestation can be simple. I also had a table. I needed a table for my balcony. I literally talked to my mom about it that day, and then my spirit kind of guided me a different way. I think it's important to listen to the inner voice, because I got guided each time like a different route than I would normally take. And on that route, there's a guy on the side of the street with some handmade wood materials, and he's got a table. And so my spirit's asking how much it is. And so I got the table. And, those are basic examples, but, you could use them in bigger things in your life. I know sometimes just even saying you're ready. Like when I met my husband, I put everything I wanted and desired for in a man on a piece of, paper or whatever. And little did I know he did the same thing. And within a very short amount of time, our whole relationship started. And so I think, we could continue giving many examples. There's so many, but I think part of it is just identifying what you desire, putting it out to the universe, following the little voice of intuition that guides you to go right or left, or maybe a different route, and not being too attached to how it manifests, or putting too many specifics about it, but just creating that energetic space, and then letting the universe fill that up. Would you say that's how it happens for you guys too?
Yes.
Yes, I think so. Like I didn't have a point of view that I would have six people to help me move. I just wanted to have people help me move. And then I ended up getting more than what I even imagined. So I think if we try to put a number on things or try to control exactly how it comes out, we can actually limit ourselves, right? So if we open up to asking the universe, this or something greater or whatever you feel is possible, I'm open to receiving it, and whatever it is for my, highest good, however you want to phrase that. But I find I leave things a bit open-ended. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I like that. This or something better. I've heard of that too, where you say like you put your desire out or something better, because the universe may have something even better for you. And I would say that people that want to come to our event could use a similar thing. I would like to come to the event and or something better. Like we have one gal that's interested in coming, but she also wants to stay for a Day of the Dead. So that would be her something better. So you can manifest that I'm also going to see Oaxaca and extend this into something even better. And so we are having an event October 23rd through the 26th in Puerto Escondido. And we just thought it would be fun to also get together and discuss about things that turn us on in our own life, and manifestation certainly one of those. Going back to you, Johanna, have you had any kind of realization or experience where it feels almost like you're shifting into the 5D or the new earth, if you will, now? And how did that come into fruition for you?
Yes, I feel that I pretty much live there now in a way. Just everything seems so magnified. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the trees are greener, and the leaves are like reaching out to me, and I've been talking to, it's a funny thing, my geranium. And in the morning, and it's just like it has a floral, and Ernie goes, have you seen your geranium? It's got flower buds all over it. And I said, I know, I've been talking to it. And just like weird little things like that. And like, it's not so much anymore like a me, myself, or I, but more like we, like a God and I are seeing the world. I'm seeing the world through different eyes. And everything seems so bright and so shiny and so alive. And my creating is I don't know. It's like expansive. It's like it comes easier. It's a want to instead of a have to. It's a everything is like enjoyable, like beyond enjoyable. It's like bliss. It's like spending time in bliss. And I don't know. I just feel so happy. I don't feel resistance. Um, I don't feel stuck anymore. You know, it's every like today I woke up and went, oh, there's been another shift. Like you know, like I just had a shift, but I just got another one. It's like a leveling up into a place that feels even more abundant, more profound, more. It's just more, and and it doesn't feel like I have to effort anything. It just is here. And like I hear God ask me sometimes, you know, like, what do you want? You know, like we can do that. Where do you want to go? We can go there. And I love that. I love that because before, I would say before all of these shifts happened, that I was in a place of um, not enough. I'm not enough. I don't have enough, or I have to. But now it's like I just feel the, I would guess you would say that unconditional love. That's so expansive that everything is just coming easily. Everything is being fulfilled, and my dreams are expanding to beyond my small dreams that I've always had, but now they're becoming much greater. And I know that they're coming.
Yeah.
They're here.
That's exciting. Yeah, it is an exciting time to be here and to be on this earth and to be experiencing those things. What about you, Maitreya? Have you had any kind of feeling of feeling like you're in the moving from the 3D to the 5D, or in the new earth, if you will, or kind of that sensation? And how did that come about for you?
Well, for me, I think it might be a bit different than Johanna. It's more of a sense of a shift in consciousness. Like many times I could be walking around and I feel a sense of being almost in another dimensional reality. And it's a perceptual shift that I feel.
Yes.
And sometimes I can feel that even when I'm walking together with somebody who's kind of more in that consciousness of the 3D reality, and they'll be talking about things in a very 3D way. And I feel as if I'm there, but not fully there. It's a really interesting sensation or perceptual shift. I don't know how to explain it.
And I would
And
say,
because I work with plant medicine, of course, that has shifted my consciousness quite a lot. And as I facilitate ceremony, I'm the whole time that I'm facilitating, I'm in another reality, which is more like a 5D space. So I feel like I'm in that most of the time, although 3D is still part of our reality and it comes in, and
Of course.
there's moments where I have 3D concerns or 3D, frustrations. But then it's kind of like I'm going in and out from the 3D, less in the 3D and more in the 5D. And I guess similar to Johanna, when I'm in the 5D reality, there is a sense of spaciousness, expansiveness, and also a surrender that happens, that I'm not as attached to 3D concerns or situations that are coming up. So yeah, it is a very, very interesting, it's hard to describe, but it's a very interesting place to be in.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is hard to describe. I heard a good analogy from Bashar one time in one of his talks, was that it'll be like you're still here. It's not like you're going to wake up and you're like in another, like, oh, I'm in a whole new earth and dimension, but you're still here. But you're kind of like you said, your perception shifts, or your consciousness wakes up, or something in you has awoken to the dream that maybe we were caught in before. And he said, just kind of how you were describing, you could be walking with someone and they're talking about, their 3D concerns and their things. And he described it like a window or a plane of glass, almost between you and the other person. You can see them, you're interacting with them, but they're allowed, like the whole book, Let Them, they're allowed to have their 3D concerns, and, and they might need them for their soul's evolution and everything. But that's how we can kind of exist simultaneously. It's almost like we're there but not there, and like you said, we're going to go in and out of it. And I catch myself, like, some days I'll be on here, I think it was our last live or the one before, I would just be like the sunshine was me, and then the next day I'm crying, and I'm like the rain. And so there is, like, there's reality that happens too. But I think it is like I'll be walking down the street and then I'll think, wait, it's here right now. And then I'll kind of wake up to the glory that's all around us in every moment. And I think that there's more and more of that. Like today, kind of how my mom said she woke up and it was like a shift, and I did too. And it's like, well, ride the wave. And sometimes, you want that feeling forever, like this high vibe feeling. But then there's also live, and there's 3D things or life that comes in. And, but I think we're entering it more and more. And I think the more that we allow ourselves to step into it and to shine, then we help shift the 3D in a way, and at least demonstrate a path that other people could take if they wanted to. And the final thing that I'd like to close in today before we talk a little bit more about a retreat is I heard this really good quote. I know you guys both like Expanding with Erin. I love her. And she was saying, so many people, this is the quote, so many people could be having a different experience just by you saying yes to your purpose. I thought it was a really powerful quote. And I know in my own life, I can definitely see the ripple effect of, how one choice led to many other lives changing. And so for you, Johanna, how has saying yes to your purpose affected not only you, but others around you?
yes to my purpose. I think that, like, once I started saying yes, and the universe started, like, God started showing me my purpose, which is funny because it's like you've been in your purpose all your life, but you never really said yes quite all the way to it. And then once I started realizing Well, yeah, I am an artist. Well, yeah, I am an energy worker and healer. Well, yes, I am a light, a bridge of light. We all are. We're all a bridge of light to the expansion of others. And once I started saying yes, just to all of that, um, then affecting others, well, my art started really speaking to people, and they started telling me how it spoke to them, and they some of them sent me many little letters saying like, oh, I keep this right next to my bed because when I wake up and I see it and I realize it's a part of me. It's like who I am. And also like God is so gracious sometimes to allow you to see that your words, your art, your creativity, your the things that you do, like energy work and everything, how they shift others. And once in a while, you get to have these beautiful glimpses of, hey, remember when you said, and you're going, what did I say? And how it shifted their life. It's a beautiful thing that we're all here for each other, to help each other, to love one another. And I'm absolutely, like in sync with Maitreya and yourself with that perception. Like there's so many different ways of looking at everything. And that was one of the biggest lessons I had before I ever even came to Mexico, was just God kept saying, look up the word perception. Look at all the different ways you can see life, and look at all the different avenues you can take each and every single day to expand and to love. And I love that. I love that we get to,
Yeah.
you know.
What about you, Maitreya? I mean, I would think that it's had quite an impact. You've done a lot of different healing work and things. So how is you saying yes to your purpose, or or your calling, if you will, affected not only you but the others around you?
Wow, it's such a big question, and I love that you asked it, because I've never actually thought about it. But yeah, saying yes to my purpose, which was really something I did about 17 or 18 years ago, completely transformed my life. Like I ended up fully diving into learning everything I could about energy healing and spirituality and coaching and helping people with trauma. And so as we teach, we learn, we heal.
Yeah.
And so I went on my own healing journey and healed and transformed a lot of stuff in myself, in my life. And I believe that the work that I do has affected a lot of people's lives. I've had a lot of people tell me I'm really grateful that I can have an impact on people's lives in the way that I have. It's very humbling too, because I don't believe it's all me. I believe that I'm a channel for Source, for Great Spirit, and all the helping spirits that work with me. It's a team effort. I want to say it's a team effort, and it's just so beautiful to see people, to witness people who are suffering, lost, in pain, to be able to start to find the ways to heal and transform that, to gain clarity in their life, to discover what their own purpose is, and to have greater meaning in their lives. And that is probably one of the biggest rewards of the work that I do. It's I'm truly grateful that I said yes to my purpose.
Yeah, I think it's Marie Forleo that says something on the lines like, when you don't say yes to it, you're actually stealing from others, like your gifts that you could be. And it's like, whoa, never thought about it that way. But it's important to think about that, I like that, I'll say it again, the quote by Expanding with Aaron, so many people could be having a different experience just by you saying yes to your purpose. And so if you're listening to this out there and there's something that you want to do, you know, not only is it going to affect and change your life, but so many other people's lives around you. I was just looking like a higher look when I said yes to writing a blog. It led to publishing a book, which then inspired my late husband to do his, which led to numerous connections with people in the industry and inspired them on their journey. And had they not, met him or connected with him, they wouldn't have met other people that have now had a huge impact in their life. And you see like kind of how one decision can lead to so many beautiful things. It led to Mexico and to us meeting, and so many things. Or we do hands-on training for our Rolfing, and one of the girls that we taught, she decided she wanted to do yoga. Her name's Sahara, and now she's a wonderful yogini, and I want to teach, and so helped her with that. And now and then I want to do the body work. Now she's in Turkey and, has gone to Europe more than once and is sharing this work, and it's done very well. Another student came last year and she just got her van to set up her little mobile thing, or mobile therapy on the go. And there's just so many more examples. And, we don't, just by showing up and even doing this live, or someone listening, it could impact someone that wants to start their mission. It could lead to another ripple. And so everyone, if you're feeling something on your heart, move forward, and the universe supports you and will support you. And if you'd like to dive more into these kind of topics and expand with us, we're having an event October 23rd through the 26th in Puerto Escondido, Oaxaca, which is a high vibe, like kind of a vortex, great place to launch from. And we'll be doing a lot of fun activities, but also healing activities, and joining as women together in friendship. So you can learn more about that at either my site or Maitreya's site. And we also have links in our bios. You can send us a DM, and we would love to have you join us. It's an affordable offering, and it's not only that, but it's expansive. And if you want it, then manifest it. So we hope to see you there. Thank you, Johanna, and thank you, Maitreya, for spending time with me and with everyone here. And thank you to everyone who joined us. If you guys have anything else to say, please feel free.
I just want to say.
Oh, sorry, Johanna. I'm just really excited. We're working together. I think we all bring our own gifts and knowledge and wisdom that is going to make for such a magical event. And we're doing some incredible activities like the cacao ceremony on the beach, and 30 minutes with each of us in our own personal healing modalities, and workshopping really deep topics, looking at our core wounds, looking at how we can heal and transform them, and repatterning, changing our limiting beliefs, and art therapy. I mean, there's just these 3 days or 4 days and 3 nights are really packed full, and we're really committed to supporting women and empowering you to know what your purpose is and to start living it.
Yeah.
And I just say, that we'd love to have you, and let's have some fun.
Yeah, and I heard it was a good thing on quantum jumping, and that sometimes that to get from here to here, it's just a matter of getting rid of the static in between. And so we'll be looking at some of that static and how we can overcome it, and so we can just move forward with more ease and grace. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me, and thank you everyone who joined us, and we hope to see you there. And if not, thanks for being with us today. Bye.
Thanks a lot, Christa. Bye-bye.